So
Where are you? Are you with Cambridge assessment?
yeah, I'm going to talk about past simple here. So for the past simple, Adham, use maybe the verb is regular or irregular. So for regular verbs, as you know, we add ed to the base form of the verb. Like work becomes worked. Okay. And when we make it negative, we just use didn't plus the main verb. So like when I say I didn't work, he didn't work, and if you make a question, you're going to start off by did, subject, and then the main verb. Like did you work? Did he work? Uh, okay. Can you
Yes.
hear me, Adham?
Give me my host.
Yeah, yeah. So here, Adham, in regular one syllable verbs with single vowel followed by a consonant, we double the final consonant when we adding ed. Like stop. Stop here, the verb here ends with the consonant T and before it a vowel. So we double the last letter, it becomes stopped, so double P. Plan, it becomes planned, so double N. Okay, Edwin?
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second, please.
You are the host, Adham?
No, give me a second. I'm doing something.
So make me a host again, please.
No, I'm not lagging. You don't need to do it again.
Okay, Adham. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, can I join the link from my laptop?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Can you move your mouse so I can make sure that this is the correct one? Can you move your mouse?
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Okay, Adham. So here. Okay, Adham. So here for some irregular verb like be, it becomes so be. In the past, it becomes was or were. Like when I say
she was afraid.
She was afraid. Can you hear the sound? I'm going to make sure that you. Okay.
Yes, I did hit. What did you? Okay.
Yeah, so here begin, here the past is began. Like when I
The meal began with soup. The meal began with soup.
like when I say the meal began with soup. Also come, the past from come is came.
Everyone came to my house for the weekend.
And do it becomes did.
Look what I did! Look what I did!
Like when I say fly, it becomes flew.
We flew from New York to Mexico City.
So we flew from New York to Mexico City. So all these are regular verbs. And for past continuous here, now let's move to differentiate between past continuous or using past continuous with
Your laptop is lagging on my screen.
Now it's fine.
No, still lagging.
Okay, Adam.
Move your mouse. Move your mouse. So I can make sure I'm in the correct page.
Okay,
No,
Adam.
it's still lagging.
Okay. So for past continuous, we like when I say I was
No, I cannot
working.
see. I cannot see. Okay, never mind. Never
Okay, Adam. So here,
mind.
as you see here, often there is little difference between past continuous and the past simple, except the past continuous suggests that the events were in progress in the time in the past. It means the events were happening, were progressing at specific time in the past. Okay.
Okay.
For example, when I say doctors, when I say
Doctors were treating patients in temporary beds and they were trying to do their best in a difficult situation.
so when I say
I do
doctor,
not hear anything.
yes, Adham.
I do not hear a single sound.
Doctors were treating patients in temporary beds and they were trying to do their best in a difficult situation.
The sentence
No
here
sound.
is doctors were treating patients in
Temporary bed.
patients in temporary beds, and they were trying to do
Temporary.
their best in difficult situations. So we're treating here, it's a past continuous. Something was continuing and was progressing at a specific time in the past, okay?
Okay.
Also, we use past continuous for events in progress in the past. So we use the past continuous to talk about events and the temporary states that were in progress around a certain time in the past. Like when I say, look at this diagram here.
Um, are you working with Cambridge assessment? Hello.
Yes, Adham, I can hear you.
Does your school work with Cambridge assessment?
No, our school doesn't work with Cambridge assessment.
My
But
school is the same.
so your school doesn't work with Cambridge assessment?
No, it does work.
Yeah, I understand. So for here, but I'm working sometimes. I'm working with some students in Egypt here in Sanabil International School, IG School. So here they are working with Cambridge assessment. Yeah, and I know what are they doing inside the school and how they assess their students. Okay, Adham, let's continue. So here, as you see in this chart, when I say here, if I say, look at the time here, what is the time here, Adham?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. So here, the time here, as you see, the events in progression in this time, like when I say at 4 p.m. last Tuesday, I was working in the office. So the action was what was continuing at this time. At 4, I was doing, for example, my homework. This means that I have started, but I haven't finished. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. It has been an hour and 15 minutes. But you can keep continuing.
Okay, so I think, okay, no problem. The last point, and then I'm going to end, okay?
You can continue if you want.
I'm going to what to emphasize this point. The last one, emphasizing main event in the past simple. So when one event,
When one event is important than the other in the past, we can use the past simple to emphasize the main event. We can use the past continuous for the background event,
yeah,
the
when
less
I say,
important.
like when I say I was listening to the radio when Helen phoned. So where is the main event? The main event is that Helen phoned. So what was the background event? I was listening to the radio. Okay?
Okay.
Like the same example here. When I say,
I was sitting in the park and suddenly I saw an old school friend I hadn't seen for 30
I was
years.
sitting at the park and suddenly saw an old school friend I hadn't seen for 30 years.
yeah, so the main event is that I saw an old school friend I hadn't seen for 30 years. This is the main event.
Yes, yeah, right. You haven't seen a school friend in 30 years. You would forget them by that.
Okay, Adam. No, I still remember you.
Mm.
Okay, Adam, I think it's enough. Please, this time, don't forget to do your homework, okay?
Okay.
But before ending the session, before ending, I'd like to make a dictation or خلاص we're going to dictate.